Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Have you ever heard of a school called Sri Swami Vivekanand School? If not, today we will tell you about it. We will also tell you how one teacher in this school changed the life of one boy forever with his simple act of kindness. It seemed like a good idea, so they admitted their son to a boarding school far from home. At first, everything went well. Aaron was happy there and he got along with the other students and teachers. Then he distributed those photocopied pages among his classmates, telling them that they could use them to study. This is why his classmates had gifted him these textbooks. He was no longer failing in any subject, but he still wasn't performing up to his potential. His parents noticed this and decided to throw a small party for him. His parents asked him why, and he said that he didn't have anyone to share his happiness with. Aaron's parents made sure to spend more time with him. He also excelled in extracurricular activities and won several awards and certificates. He became a confident and responsible young man, always ready to face new challenges. She asked him what he was doing, and Aaron showed her the picture. His mother looked at it and smiled. She told him how proud she was of the young man he had become. She thanked him for showing her the picture and went back to work. If you liked this story, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to share your valuable comments below. Your comments motivate us to keep improving. Thank you for watching. See you soon with another wonderful story. Until then, take care and goodbye. Every night before going to bed, they would sit with him and talk about his day at school. It was a picture of him from when he was in the 9th grade. As he looked at himself in the picture, he remembered how unhappy and unmotivated he had been back then. He couldn't believe that he had come so far since then. He realized that their support and encouragement had played a major role in shaping him into the person he was today. He knew that no matter what challenges he faced in life, he could overcome them with the belief that his parents would always be there for him. They also asked him to share any problems he might have. In return, they promised to help him in any way they could. This gave Aaron a sense of belonging and support, which he had been missing all along. He was an only child and his parents were always busy with work, so he didn't want to bother them with his problems. His parents were deeply moved by this. They hugged him and promised that, from now on, they would spend more time with him. They wanted him to know that he could always rely on them for anything. They invited all of his friends from the boarding school. He wanted to thank her for being the best mother in the world. When she picked up the phone, he said, "Mom, I just wanted to tell you that you are the best mom in the world." She laughed and said, "Why are you thanking me? You know I love you very much. You are my pride and joy. And I am so happy that you are my son." Aaron was touched by her words. He knew that she was right. There was no need to thank her, because her love and support were the best gifts he could ask for. When his friends arrived, Aaron was very happy. He felt that his home was now complete. The party was fun. They played games, ate delicious food, and watched movies together. He was still not among the top students, but at least he was passing all his exams. One day, Aaron's parents visited him again and asked him how he was doing. To their surprise, Aaron told them that he wanted to go back home. He missed his family and friends too much, and he didn't feel like staying in the boarding school anymore. His parents were shocked to hear this, but they knew that if they forced him to stay, it wouldn't be good for him, so they decided to bring him home. The parents were proud of their son. They realized that he was a giver, not a taker. But after a few months, his reports card showed that he wasn't doing well in school. Aaron agreed and promised to work hard in school. The next day, his parents went to the school library and took out some books for him. They also spoke to his teachers and asked them to help him become a better student. Aaron's parents were determined to support him in any way they could. His grades were poor. He was failing in almost every subject. His parents were very worried. They couldn't understand why he had suddenly become so lazy. A young man named Arun Kumar attended Sri Swami Vivekanand School. He was very bright and intelligent. He used to top all the classes. When they entered his room, they saw that he had a lot of toys. There were cars, airplanes, and even robots. But what surprised them the most was that he also had a lot of books. These weren't storybooks, but high school textbooks. His parents were shocked to see this. They asked him why he had these books, and he replied that they had been given to him by his classmates. His parents were puzzled. They couldn't understand why his classmates had given him textbooks instead of storybooks. But as he grew older, he started lagging behind in studies. When teachers checked his answer sheets, they found that he wasn't even trying to answer the questions. He had clearly stopped putting in any effort. The once bright student had become lazy. The school took this matter seriously and called his parents for a meeting. When they entered the principal's office, the principal told them that their son was the brightest student in the class, but lately he'd become lazy. He didn't do his homework or even try to answer questions during tests. The principal also told them that if things continued like this, he wouldn't be able to pass the 10th grade exams. This saddened the parents. They knew that their son was capable of doing well in school, so they asked the principal what they could do to help. The principal suggested that instead of constantly scolding him at home, they should send him to a boarding school where he would receive proper care and attention. One day, his parents decided to visit him in the boarding school to find out what was going on. After talking to some of his classmates, they found out that Aaron had taken a few chapters from each textbook and made photocopies of them. They talked to him about how important it was to study, and they promised him that they would get him more books if he wanted them. A few months passed, and Aaron's grades started improving. When Aaron came back home, he was sad because he missed his friends from the boarding school. That night, Aaron's parents talked to him and asked him if he was happy at home. Aaron said yes, but he still felt lonely. After this conversation, things changed in their house. This change continued for many years. Aaron graduated from school with good grades. One day, Aaron was browsing through his old things when he came across a faded photograph. Just then, his mother came into the room and saw the picture in his hand. After she left, Aaron picked up his phone and dialed her number. As he hung up the phone, he thought about how lucky he was to have such loving parents. Dear viewers, we have come to the end of this beautiful story.